video is being recorded as a component and requirement for EDU 580, Teaching Methods and Techniques under the direction of Dr. Ruslana Westerlund through Georgetown College. Today we are going to be adapting a lesson plan to modify it for ESL students. But first we're going to talk a little bit about WIDA. WIDA stands for World Class Instruction, Design, and Assessment. And we're going to look at the WIDA standards. WIDA has 5 standards. We have Standard 1, which is English language learners communicate for social and instructional purposes within the school setting. Standard 2, English language learners communicate information, ideas, and concepts necessary for academic success in the content area of language arts. Standard 3, English language learners communicate information, ideas, and concepts necessary for academic success in the content area of mathematics. Standard 4, English language learners communicate informational ideas and concepts necessary for academic success in the content area of science. And finally, Standard 5, English language learners communicate information, ideas, and concepts necessary for academic success in the content area of social studies. With me today is Sarah Whitlock, and Sarah and I are going to talk a little bit more about WIDA, the domains, the can-do descriptors, and the levels, and then we're going to jump right into modifying our lesson plan. Okay, so let's look at the domains. WIDA breaks the domains into listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And there are a total of 6 levels, 1 being entering, Level 2 being beginning, Level 3 developing, Level 4 expanding, Level 5 bridging, and Level 6 reaching, which means they have accomplished their goal. The can-do descriptors gives educators the opportunity to look at what the ESL students are capable at each different level. So today we're looking at a lesson on points of view, 4th grade level, and we're looking at an ESL student that may have an overall access score of 4.1. So if we look at our lesson plan and look at our can-do descriptors first, it says if they're at a level 4, they're expanding, and they should be able to, as far as listening goes, they should be able to process explanations by identifying precise details, descriptions, comparisons that support the explanation. They should follow oral information on how or why the phenomenon occurred. As far as speaking, they should be connecting the sequential, the cylindrical, or the causal relationship of content-related issues and concepts. Presenting detailed information in small groups. Reading, they should be able to identify the different words or phrases that are used to describe the topic or the phenomenon. They should be able to organize information on how or why the phenomenon occurred. As far as writing goes, they should be able to present information on processes or phenomenon for a variety of sources. And they should be elaborating on topics with facts, definitions, concrete details, and quotations and examples. So looking under points of view, under the WIDA standards, it says should be able to compare self with motives or points of view of characters in literary works using graphic organizers or technology. Okay, so let's look at our lesson. It's on points of view. So what I would suggest starting out is to use vocabulary, video, and song, and have the students getting up and moving to the song, maybe model some movements that you'd have them to do. That way we're seeing and we're hearing, so that way we're listening and we're watching at the same time. Also, if you have a smart board, if you don't have a smart board, you might want to use a document can for this. But model and demonstrate what you're looking for as far as a point of view. Have maybe a short story that you're going through that is on their grade level, and underlining certain points to pull out that point of view. And also, you could have a companion sheet that your students are filling out as you go along. Maybe a fill in the blank or circle the words, to where that's prompting them to stay with you and to complete the demonstration. As far as vocabulary goes, you might look at creating a graphic organizer or a foldable, especially for our ESL student who is also Hispanic, who speaks Spanish at home. So maybe having the word in English and then having the word also in Spanish. And as far as the foldable goes, one side will have the word and the other side will have the description and maybe a picture to go with it. And having him to work with his ESL teacher on this project in class, so that way there's that collaboration there. And plus he's working on his skills of vocabulary, and he's also reading in an English text too. He can work with small groups or partners that are at grade level or above grade level to help him with analyzing or annotating the stories, so that way he can help pull out what the main idea is and the point of view. He can also work on a computer program that is used. There's a Learning A to Z head sprout that can be used on the computer that also helps with ESL students progress in the English language. And you can also do a home extension project at home, to where you have a Mexican fairy tale, because he is from Mexico, so this is incorporating his native culture, his heritage, and have it in half Spanish and half in English, so that way it's translated over. So that way if there's any words that he's wanting to code switch with, then he'll see what those words are in English or in Spanish. And then, plus his parents can help him at home too. They can participate in doing this, and then have him answer maybe 3 questions about, who is the main character, what's the story about, and what point of view is this? Is this first person or is this third person? Now, you can follow up with this as a formative assessment, maybe having him give you an oral demonstration as far as telling you what's the difference between first person and third person, or having him work with another student, telling them, what is this story talks to me about first person because this is first person. I know it's first person because, or with third person. You can have, as far as a formative assessment goes, as far as talking to the teacher, you can do it just teacher-student one-to-one, do a verbal assessment, or you can have him to create a video or a PowerPoint. He could work with another student to help demonstrate that he understands the third person, the first person and third person points of view. And then you can analyze what you've learned from him and decide when you need to go forward as far as a